What's going on, Wisco Moto? So, I'm on my way to teach a class this morning. As some of you guys know, I teach the basic rider course for a tech school and a local Harley dealership. Which brings me to today's topic of discussion. Why are we so quick to counsel out students when they don't, new rider who doesn't immediately pick up on the skill set? I don't mean it's a consistent issue and they haven't picked up on it at all. I mean, they're just developing a little slower than most of the other students in the class. They're getting it. They're meeting the objective just at a very low level, and with a little bit of extra instruction or a little bit of extra help from us, they'd succeed. Ran into this last weekend, actually. New rider coach. He's a little quick to want to pull that trigger, and no fault of his own. He came out of the class. I'm not entirely sure that's not how they taught him. Now, his rider coach instructor was not the same one that I had. The guy I had is very adamant about remedial training, things like that. He wants to give us, to give the student the best opportunity possible. And our rule of thumb is, are you a danger to yourself or to others around you? Well, if they're not a danger, there's no harm in letting them continue and build on that skill, is there? Some of these rider coaches out there are so quick to pull that counsel out trigger because it mildly inconveniences the rider coach. We're there for them, not the other way around. And it's really frustrating to see that attitude. And the whole, there's a lot of them that also buy into the philosophy that we are the last stop in making them a safe rider. No, we're not. There's enough studies out there to prove that the basic rider course does not actually make for a safer rider on the road. I actually published an article on my Wisco Moto blog on Facebook. This is not about making them a safer rider on the road, because they're going to make the same choices regardless. And what we're trying to do here, like the license waiver is a bypass, or a byproduct. Our goal is to take away that initial fear of the motorcycle and to get the basics into their at least low level muscle memory, so they don't yeet themselves off the thing the first time they let go of the clutch. We've all been there at some point. Every one of us that's riding a motorcycle today rode one for the first time ever. And if you tell me you didn't sit there going, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, the first time you let out of the clutch, I'm going to call you a bold-faced lie to your face, because we all did it. So, some of us had a little more epic first ride than others. I'll give you an example. In my case, 8 years old. First time ever riding was on a 100cc enduro bike, an old 70s Yamaha something. And I was too short to even touch the ground, so we were using a milk crate to get it on and off this motorcycle. Well, the first time I ever got on it, and this thing was a rat being bomb. It was like a barn yard sale special. I get on the motorcycle, my instructions were literally, that's your brake, twist this, let go of this, and you'll go. Okay. I'm 8. So I twisted, and I let go. And anybody who's putting 2 and 2 together right now can probably figure out about how well that went. 50-foot uncontrolled wheelie before yeeting myself into oblivion and bouncing the bike off of myself. Thankfully, I was smart enough to have a cheap piece of crap helmet on, because it was sitting around in the garage. But yeah, some bruises, some bumps. That scared the brown out of me. Right out of my... I needed brown pants that day. So, we've all had moments. It would have been nice if I'd had somebody like a rider coach to say, okay, this is how you work the clutch. Here's your friction zone. Let's work on friction zone. Let's work on movement. Let's work on braking. Here's how you do all the things. So I didn't send myself into the 50-foot wheelie. Now, a couple weeks later, obviously, I got back on, and, well, here we are today. But that's our goal. To try to prevent that scenario and to try to give them the confidence they need to maneuver the motorcycle at a very basic level so they can start their journey and they can start their learning process. We are not the end of the line. And if you level 1 rider coaches out there actually pay attention to your rider coach guide, you know that. Like, we literally talk about additional training opportunities, and if you're not doing it, you're failing. So let's stop with the gatekeeping nonsense in this, alright? The more people in this sport, the better. It means more cool bikes, it means more awesome gear, all of that stuff. That's it. Quit with the gatekeeping. Put that extra effort in. If you're not willing to put the extra effort into your student as a rider coach, step aside, son, and let us younger generation of rider coaches take over. If you think that gatekeeping and the drill sergeant approach is the right way to go, step aside, son, and let us younger rider coaches take the reins. Because we are going to be the ones that bring more people into the sport. And for the record, the new rider coach I was dealing with last weekend, not a young guy. Actually about 10-15 years my senior, and I'm 43. Very much an old school mentality. It's gotta go. But as you can see, that's a Harley-Davidson dealership. That's an exit. Catch you guys later.